am in great spirits now, joined with a great guest, a newer guest for me, and everything. I have a lot of questions and things of that nature. I mean, obviously, my heart goes out to everybody that is out there in Kenosha, Wisconsin, the family of Jacob Blake, all the NBA players, all the people who are stepping up, people who are voicing their opinions. A lot of stuff going on in this culture as well that, I'm going to use this forum to talk about with this young lady as well. I am a fan of people who find their own lane. Win, lose, or draw, people who figure out what the sauce is and they kind of stick to it. And particularly this next guest is very, very polarizing, and I think for a good reason. So without further ado, Yoshi G, what's going on?
Yay! Nothing much. Trying to stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Somehow I don't feel like you tired of getting in trouble though. I don't know. I feel like that's you. You seem to relish this trouble, right? So
No, I don't like trouble. It just follows me.
it follows you where you go. Okay. All right. So first of all, how are you doing? How's everything going for you? Before we kick off and everything, how's the world been treating Yoshi G?
I'm doing well. I'm in good spirits. I'm naturally introverted person, believe it or not. So the quarantine hasn't really affected me as much as it may have the extroverted people of the world. And so I'm just managing to make money, write my raps, and like I said, try to stay out of trouble.
Yeah. Make money, write rap, stay out of trouble. All right. Sounds very good. And I do I appreciate the dichotomy here because even already just from hearing you talk and then even from seeing like the interviews and the different post games that you've done, you're very articulate. You come off very demure and things of that nature. And that's good. But then you get in the ring and we saying some of the craziest shit. I mean, like, I don't even know. I mean, this is some of the, like, most, polarizing stuff that I've heard in a while. So I want to understand, because the origin story is cool, because that's what most interviewers would get. But I definitely want to understand how we get to a place where, that is sort of how we selling the product. You know what I mean? Like, how did you sort of formulate that style? Because I don't know. I don't know. I just want to let you talk. I can speculate all I want. But
Right.
what were the early sort of influences and kind of how we get to this place now where you sort of known for presenting these thought bars, we'll call them, right? That's what you call them. So
Right.
how did you get to this place and what were your sort of, influences?
Hmm. I mean, I've always rapped raunchy, like always. So we can go back a decade and pull up my music. I'm gonna be rapping the same way.
Mm.
Battle rap for me, I was excited about it because I felt like I could show versatility. And so when I came into it, I didn't think that because I didn't see any other girls doing it. I didn't think you could be successful just simply with the sexuality. So I tried to be something that I wasn't. I'm adding gun bars and I'm adding like all kind of I'm gonna stab you, I'm gonna kill you in the buck 50 and doing all this stuff that I don't know how to do. That's not natural for me.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't resonate well with the crowd, but my thought bars, which back then it just didn't have the name. It just I'm about to talk nasty because this is working. It worked from the first battle. The first nasty bar, I think I said, I'm about to spit on this shit like Superhead. They went crazy. Very simple, subtle bar.
Right,
They went
right.
so every time I used it in a battle, I'm like, wow, this is always working.
Mm.
It was the Gates of the Garden event. While we were promoing, I was battling OG Prana. She kept posting on Facebook, you're a battle rap whore. The whole community's been through you. Whore, thought this, thought that. So
Right.
I'm like, dang, that's the angle she's going to take.
Yeah.
I have to turn shit to roses. I have to jump in front of this. And so that's when I started playing with using. That's why I like the word thought more than like hoe or
Yeah, let's discuss it.
slut. Yeah, but it's easier for me to flip it and work it with the actual word thought.
Right.
THOUGHT.
Right.
So that's what I did, and I played with it, and I'm trying to bring it to where it's sexual, yes, feminine, yes, but it's actually a bar. Like I wanted to
And
always.
that's what I want to get to, because to me, every rapper has their Trojan horse, right? It's like, this is what I'm going to use. This is my vehicle that I'm going to use, my canvas, to help you understand that I got bars. Now, you'll say some wild, freaky, like just off the wall, whatever, but then you'll also hit them with something, some entendre or something else that's like, oh, wait, okay. So she was thotty here, but now she giving us this. So was that like before? Do you feel like your writing was being overlooked because you didn't kind of have that one thing that sort of grabbed the attention first?
You mean pre-battle rap? Why I was
Well,
getting overlooked?
even when you started rapping, when you started battling, do you feel like initially your writing was being overlooked, and then once you switch over to now the thought bars, we all listening. So when it's not thought bars and it's dope, now it seems like you're getting more reaction. Like, how you feel about
Right.
that too? Like, has that helped you out in that way, just to get the fans to just view what you're trying to do?
Right. Like I was saying, like, I don't know if how the fans perceive it, but my perception is that they can tell when I'm not being organic. So back when I wasn't like rapping true to myself, I would hear the ghostwriting rumors, I would hear all of this, and but now I don't have those issues because I'm so true and organic to myself and how I speak and how my vernacular, that they're like, oh, that gotta be Yoshi.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest. If you did have a ghostwriter, whoa,
Pause.
like pause everything. But but then again, Lil Yachty, I guess, wrote for the City Girls. You know what I mean? And there's some pretty interesting stuff
Right.
there. But okay, so all right, I'm gonna have to walk you through a couple things that these are views that I don't actually that I hold, that I espouse, but I do hear them, and I think it's necessary to bring them to you. There are people who believe that by doing this in this way, you sort of take away our ability to give you credit for writing, because it's so sexual that it's almost like comedians who curse a lot or gross out humor, right? Like, why are people laughing? Are they laughing because it's vulgar, or do they respect it because there's actually some talent in there? You know what I mean? So how do you see that? Do you think that's a fair critique? And have you heard the same? I would like to get your answers on that.
In today's climate, I think it's a fair critique because we have a lot of female rappers who just throw out raunchy lyrics with no substance and no format. It's not even a metaphor. It's not even a punch. It's not a scheme. It's just a nasty phrase.
Oh yeah, just yeah, like just straight up.
Right. So what I think makes me stand apart is that I always try to add the lyricism in it. Whatever it is, if I'm talking about the ice cream truck, it make the kids come out. It become a double. If I'm talking about the brain working while the brain's working, it become like, I always, no matter what it is, I'm gonna make it a bar. And I think that's what saves me. I think if I couldn't rap and I couldn't really come structure these bars, they would say, oh, she's all sex, or she's all this, or she's all that. That's what saves me. And nobody really questions it no more because I'm on their ass. I'm on that. Like I'll 24 hours, I'm writing a freestyle, or I'm writing a response or a diss. I'm on it.
Right.
And my work ethic took precedent over the rumors.
Okay. And it's interesting because there's a lot of ladies, I feel like, who get a bad rap, puns intended, because they feel like, because people don't just overlook them, right? And it's weird. It's like the daylight theory all over again. When I was regular, when I was just Devon Campbell rapping, it was all good. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, he can rap, but whatever. I start doing antics, I give y'all a Spawn tattoo, and nobody can stop talking about anything I do. You know what I mean? So, but what's the response from? And I want you to kind of break this down on two levels: younger and older women. What has been the response toward you? From women who are maybe a little bit younger, newer fans that are maybe just getting into this, versus your elder statesmen who, maybe grew up with Lil' Kim and all that, but maybe for them this represents something different. So what's been the responses like? Do you see any consistency there, or is it the breakdown generationally?
No correlation to like age or race or anything like that. I can say my fan base is majority male, like 98%. Okay. The
Wow.
female fan base that I do have, I can say that there's no in between. Like you either don't fuck with me, you don't like the material, or you really, really like it. It's really, really, um, something that you enjoy for whatever reason. I'm always shocked when women, especially like older or what I would consider like wholesome women, come to
Yeah,
me like,
yeah, more conservative.
yeah, like I really like your stuff. Like you go, girl, you keep putting on. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm always shocked with that. And then it's the girls
Sure.
who I would think I have more in common with
Mm,
that don't really embrace it. So
right.
you never know.
But is there more of a like look when some of the elder statesmen look at you and they like, listen, I see where you going. I fought that fight before. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it landed me in a place where people didn't respect my work. It has it been that type of cautionary tale, or do you feel like people are just kind of threatened by the fact that you're so fluid and outspoken and things like that? So what is it more like if we can go a step deeper into it?
I definitely get game from people. Once again, mostly men who just come to me and say, "Hey, sister, like however they're feeling or what they see." But I'm really good at breaking down the research that I've done before I came into it. Like I didn't come into it blinded. I did research. I knew the pros and the cons. I knew what I was going to be facing. I knew it was going to be an uphill battle. And when a lot of people, when I first went in this journey, a lot of people, pretty much everybody, especially in the battle rap leadership community, it's not going to work. The niggas never going to respect you. They never want to battle you. It's not going to work. We never seen it done before. You can't do it. And I stayed true to myself, and I proved a lot of them wrong. A lot of them had to come back to me and say, we were wrong.
Yeah.
You're the anomaly."
Right.
Um,
Oh, and the guys who did that too, I would love for you guys to admit that on Twitter or on camera one day, because things like that matter. When I first saw you, I said to myself, "This shit is gonna work." In this climate that we're in, I mean, you look at the top women who are artists right now and how they talk. I mean, we in the Meg, Cardi, JT, Flo Milli era, right? Like they get into a bag, they talking that shit. And I'm a very anti-simp person. Like I don't like people lying. Just in general. I start with lying, right? First of all, don't lie. Be yourself. You know what I mean? Whatever you into, be into, right? When people start lying, you get overcompensation, so on and so forth. Only bad happens from that. But the other thing that I'm into is you gotta call certain stuff out. We in a very simp era. I think it exposes a lot of stuff in people. So I knew I felt like it was gonna work, but I didn't know how effective it was gonna be. So I find that very interesting. And I want to ask you too. As far as musically, right? How you sort of come about that, right? Like early on, was it listening to Kim or listening to different folks? Like who were your sort of rap? You could bring in battle rap, but I'm just saying hip hop influences in general, aesthetically, artistically. Who are some of those people you would name?
Definitely Little Kim. Like I'm going back to Little Kim, like kindergarten. Like I shouldn't be listening to it. My mom had me young. My mom had me at 15. So by the time I'm 5 6, she's still 21. She's still like living her best life in the 90s. Like she didn't think to censor the music. She didn't think that. That's why I censor the music. They're like, you don't let your kids listen to it? No, because I see what it did to me. Like I see, I know that it does have influence. Now I was naturally a promiscuous from a young age and always very curious about body and sex and stuff like that. And I would
Sure.
sneak and watch porn. I get caught up doing
Well,
that a lot. I got caught doing that so much.
you got caught watching Yoshi G
That,
gets caught watching porn. Headline. All right.
that was the number one thing I got a whooping for. So they like my family had to have known like I was some kind of sexual deviant. But it's just always natural for me. So for her hearing Kim music, naturally gravitate to that. Yes.
Oh,
Oh, cute dokie.
look at that. Damn, it doesn't
Eve,
stop.
Lauren Hill, Erica Badu, stuff like that. I'm really kind of like a hippie at heart. So, okay. And so that kind of influenced me the most. But as far as like female rap, I love it to the point where I love everybody. Like Roxanne Shante, way back, MC Light, way back, JJ Fat, all them, all the way till today, to the Mulattoes and the Cardi B's and the Megs.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's funny. You named JJ Fat. It's weird. It's like something me and my mom always go back and forth on. Is like that era, that '80s era, like late '80s, the way women kind of were introduced into hip hop. And it's an old picture of my mom with like the she got like you remember the salt and pepper like haircut, how they had the door knocker earrings with like the back.
Yeah, with the
like
little mushroom cut.
Yeah, the little mushroom cut with the fade in the back and the joint. She was fly. She had the big earrings, the gold rope and the jacket and all that. And it was like, I just find like it's very interesting the way that sort of women have been, put in front and center. And then you look later on, she was heavy Queen Latifah and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I feel like it's space for both types of, styles and all that, right? So, so since you've been able to kind of do this stuff, do you feel like now you're saying more call outs from women or more call outs from battlers in general that you probably weren't expecting? Like, who did you feel like, who surprised you that really fucked with your material that you didn't think would?
Gaddis, like she shocked me because first off, watching Gaddis and them, like I started watching Queen of the Ring so late. I was so late. If I would have watched it when it was hot, I probably would have, left college and tried to do that shit. I didn't know it existed. I really didn't.
Sure.
So by the time I got to see it, I was just so like mesmerized and infatuated with these girls. Like, oh my God, I have to do this. A lot of them, when I met them, I was kind of disappointed. Like, oh, I was a stan, and like you're not what I lived up to, but live and learn. But Gaddis, like, for her to be so welcoming, we just did a track together, like, and she was like, hey, y'all don't want to battle Yoshi, I'll battle Yoshi, which means a lot to me because she haven't battled in a long time, and just by her saying that, it's waking girls up like Jazz, like, hey, what about me? And everybody 40, what about me? And so it's like, that kind of cosign, those like organic cosigns where I don't have to like do nothing. I don't got to join no crew. I don't got to kiss no ass. I could just be myself.
Right. Crews and battle rap to me are very tricky. And oftentimes with women, it's always, the rumors and what gains legs and the ghostwriting allegations and things like that. Like, what's your stance on groups and battle rap? Do you feel like, because I think, and even for women, right? Like, there's always a sense of like, oh yeah, she's the first lady of this, but she's never put in that category. Like, look at a group like NWX. Officials in the NWX. I mean, you could argue at points in her career, she was the best person in the entire group, right? So, how do you feel about groups in general, and sort of your place in it being like a lady and that type of thing, right? So, what do you think about that?
So I started my career off in a group. After my first battle, the local league, you know how they are. They're like, oh, come join us. We're, whatever. So they were rare form. So I joined them, because I'm new to battle rap and I want some support and some guys to dojo with, and I just whatever. And I end up getting in a relationship with one of the guys, which I don't recommend for no up and coming female battle rapper. Don't get in no relationship.
Oh, business and pleasure. That does it. That does do it. It does. I don't know why, but in my head, and maybe this is some latent misogynistic attitude that I have. Once you have several relationships with battlers, in my head, it's hard for me to be like, oh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that if I'm being honest, right? So, but go ahead, continue.
I mean, and that's true because you pick up on people's energy. So, if I'm dealing with, I'm just saying name of somebody I know I didn't deal with. Say I'm dealing with quantum physics, right? And I'm around him all the time. I'm gonna pick up on his vernacular. I'm gonna pick up on his ways and his mannerisms and whoopty whoop.
Right.
Then I go hang out with Surf. Now I'm talking about the wave and shit. And I'm talking like Surf, and I got a little squeak in my voice and shit now.
Shout out to Surf, man. I'll be doing that to Surf. A little squeak in my voice. I heard you. Yeah.
So like as it's just natural thing as women, like we gonna pick up around the men that we're on. So I learned that a lot too, as far as like when I got done with that battle rap relationship, I said, there's no more of that. These men are pieces of meat and I will dispose of them when I'm done. I'm not going to hang on to them, not going to, keep them for anything longer than one night. And so um, that has saved me from
Well,
um,
I mean,
some.
I, that's one way to put it. Like, what? What? All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Probably best to keep those things separated anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one thing I wanted to get into with you as well, because you're newer to the scene and stuff like that, and we'll make sure that we put your battles in the description box so people can see that
Oh,
and
nice.
follow you and stuff, because I think it's important. I mean, I like to use the interviews to drive traffic to the previous work. As a lady in, I think, and now, and it's not, because it's not peak Queen of the Ring time, right? We remember when everything was at peak. I think, between you and RX and Coffee, Cheddar, there's a nice foundation of ladies, in my opinion, if people are really paying attention. What do you think it would take to take the ladies to the next level? What would be the shot in the arm? What's the shot of adrenaline that could, or a couple things that you maybe could name that you think, man, if we did this, or if we had this, or whatever the case might be, like what's your opinion on that as somebody that's newer and really gaining some steam out here?
Mm-hmm. I think the influence of financial reward will perk some of the ladies up. A lot of times, I mean, I don't know everybody's story, but I know for me, I've rapped free a lot. Most of my career was this is going to be a good look for you type of
Mm,
deal.
mm,
And I had like my rookie year, I did 10 battles my rookie year, all on different local leagues. I travel to Memphis, I go to New York, I go to Ohio, I go to whoever need a female to battle
mm-hmm,
on their card.
mm,
Did all the groundwork, to try to get Queen of the Ring and URL and RBE to notice me. So at this point, I'm more like, I don't want to say I'm like, but I'm seeing like so much stuff to go forward. It's like either you girls are better like follow me or like watch me and like or ask me, or you're gonna get left behind. You know what I
mm,
mean?
mm.
So the visions that I have and that I see are for Yoshi.
Okay, okay. I understand. Yeah, I think for instance, one of the things that I've gone back and forth with, and I've seen flyers, and from everyone to Debo to the Babs, and everybody's talked about it. But a tournament, a ladies tournament, I feel like would be a massive shot in the arm, in my opinion, because I feel like you see what the tournament has done now. I mean, you could attest to it. You see the guys being able to rebrand themselves, right? Like Ryder is a completely, you know what I'm
Holmesy,
saying?
I'm
Like
looking at my guy Holmesy. They count him out for years. Like,
Holmesy.
that's my guy, sparring buddy for years. They counted him out.
Yeah, yeah, right. Serially disrespected. Some of the good performances overlooked, and the times where things didn't go as well, overplayed, right? And that's how it goes. Tournaments take away that. So what would you think about a ladies
I
tournament?
thought we was doing it. We not do. You sounded like you're not like it's not in set in
I
stone.
see. I didn't know if it was really. I don't know anything. I don't know nothing. I don't know if it's happening or
As far
not.
as I know, it's going down now. Some of the ladies want like more detail. Like I need to know a date. I'm a mother, or I need to know this, or I need specifics, or what am I gonna get, and all of those details. So I'm sure it's getting like complicated, or some girls are like, well, I didn't sign nothing, so it's not official, or whatever.
Mm.
Um, but as far as I know, like I'm an
Mm-hmm.
optimistic person. It's going down. I've seen a flyer with 25K with my name next to it. As far as I know,
Talk that talk, nigga.
as
Yeah.
far as I know, it's going down. Like I've been writing, I've been preparing, like I've
Okay.
been researching y'all like it's going down. So if
Okay.
they say, yo, no, you know what, Yoshi, we not doing the tournament. Okay, well, I still got rounds for RX. I still got rounds for KCJ. I still got rounds for
Mm-hmm.
Hart. I still got rounds for 40 Gaddis. Line one of them up. It
Mm.
got to be something. If they wouldn't be going to caffeine for nothing. So are we going to be doing 1 week it's the men's battle, next week it's the women's battle? Like
Yeah.
it's something brewing in the air. So
Something
it's like,
brewing.
yeah,
Okay.
put the
Okay.
beanie seagull on. It's something in the
It's
air.
something in there.
Something
Yeah,
in
that's a
the-
fact. Yeah. Well, that's great. I think it's great exposure. And I'll beat this drum until I can't do it anymore, but a ladies total slaughter, a reality show type of event. I mean, either you, I know how you guys are set up, so you might kill each other in there, but ultimately, I think it would yield something very, very great. What are your thoughts on that? Like a TV total slaughter type of look for women?
I did the TV show back in 2018, the Ricky Smiley with the brat and everything. And after that, there were talks of a reality show coming. We talked to some producers, we talked to some people, but it never came to fruition. I don't know why. But I know there's been multiple times that they've been trying to get that in place. Now, I am very smart girl. I can do grant writing. I can get them some money for representation for Black women in music. A lot of stuff that I can do, but I'm not going to like I said, my vision is Yoshi. So it's only so much that I'm going to do for people unless like, okay, do I get 5% of the Queen of the Ring business? Do I get like
you have to be compensated for the time and the work that you put in? I get that.
It would have to make sense.
Right,
it would have to make sense. Or like, hey, we're gonna if you can help us get this funding, we'll headline and you can get any girl you want. Oh, okay, now we talking. You know, it got to make sense.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think obviously there are a lot of women, and even outside of battling, who have other things that they're very, very good at, right? Now, let's talk about this. I
didn't do it.
How do I? I didn't do it. Because I need to get your breakdown of who's who you think is dope right now, some of the illest writers, things like that. But I want to get that through the lens of what we've been seeing recently. We've seen the tournament and stuff between Ultimate Madness and the two Ultimate Madness tournaments, and then sort of the off-cam stuff. Who do you feel like is killing right now? Like who are the people? Who are the people in Yoshi G's opinion?
That's really killing right now.
Killing.
That's what's pressing me. Chilla's really like kicking ass right now, taking names. Let's see. I'm really impressed with Kid Chaos. I'm not gonna lie. Like at first, probably because he was dating Blue Cocaine, I had to battle her. Like,
at least you're honest about that. Yeah.
I was hating. I'm like, he's not all that. Like I know some guys at the local league, but just like watching him, from Castro to Real Sick to just what I just saw with JC. The progression, the consistency, the kid's a star. Like
he's making the most out of it for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely a star.
Right,
so
right.
I said Chilla, Kid Chaos. Who else is really impressing me? Like some people I already knew was fire, like Nun, Holmesy, EK. Like I already knew. Other people I've been seeing, Jay the Nightwing. I already knew that they were super duper good.
So that was nothing. It's just like they just
they just finally getting their shot at the right time at the right moment.
Right.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's another one, but it's not coming to me. Averb's really impressed me lately.
Oh gosh, what is this Verb? First of all, shout out to Verb. Verb is an all-time legend. Just get that out the way. Shout out to St. Louis. I mean that goes without saying. But Verb, this is Verb. What is this Verb thing? Like, because I see you guys on Twitter. I get on my Twitter. I refresh things. I'm like, okay, Yoshi, Verb saying some slick shit. You saying something. Like, what's going on here? What's happening? What's the deal?
So me, I'm pretty like blunt and open with like what I want. Okay. So earlier in the year, Verb was having a hard time. He was complaining about women, like y'all nag too much, y'all talk too much, y'all do too much. And I'm like, hey, I'm the type of person I just want to suck your dick and disappear. Like I'm really cool. Like I send gifts. Like I'm the best type of girl to keep around. So I guess it sounds too good to be true. So he like, no, whatever. Okay. Whatever. He constantly blowed me off. He whatever. So I seen him at Nome. So normal, you would think, you the thotty, you're gonna just throw yourself. But no, my thought process different.
I like how you did that. I like how you thought. Okay, yeah, sure. So, right.
So I play hard to get. I kind of just make myself seen and what you So I think that made an impression. I don't know. You men are weird. You think that you want the slut experience, but really you want us to play hard to get. Like we don't get y'all. So from there,
Experience got me dead. That's funny. Yeah, the slut experience. Like,
right.
All right.
So from there, we've just been like communicating. I like the fact that he's not like super easy. Like some of these other battle rap guys are really easy. Like all you gotta do is like buy them some Wendy's and like a bottle of Grey Goose or whatever, and they're ready to go. But he like values himself and his body, his words. So like, I gotta get to know him. I gotta ask him how his day is going. I gotta really like be a human being. And so that's nice. It's different for me. So yeah, I'm chasing right now. That's it.
I mean, shout out to my guys who only need a half, a fifth of Grey Goose and a couple Big Macs to make it happen. I'm just saying. I mean, there's room for that too, Yoshi. Don't do that.
Chicken sandwich.
Keep it simple sometimes. I'm just saying. But that's interesting. Now, Verb's one of the all-time greats. Who do you consider your all-time, like, yo, this person, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I could ever aspire to be that, then I'm up there. So, like, who are your, like, your litmus test of, like, this is what good looks like, male, female. You don't have
like
to
like my Mount Rushmore.
You got a kid cameo. That's what I'm talking about.
I know.
But, yeah.
Okay, my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. We can do Rushmore, but I don't like.
That's just how I picture it. Like, okay. Because each girl has something that like. I don't think there's no girl that I'm like, oh, she had a total package of everything that I would aspire to be. But like. E-Heart have the structure that I like. Some people don't like it, but I like the 4-bar setup. I like the structure of it. I feel like if you do it right and you do it right, even though it's a 4-bar setup, each of those 4 bars could be really, really a haymaker. And like, so I like the structure of E-Heart.
Right.
I like the unorthodox lyricism of 40.
Right.
So and her wittiness.
Yeah.
Also Jazz wittiness I really like a lot. And Jazz is like star power, like she could just like stand on the stage and say it's time to, and they go crazy. Oh, I envy that so much.
Yeah.
I envy that so much.
Hey, that's an underrated quality. Like when
I'm telling you, like I'm gonna keep it real. Like
right.
Charisma and just being like the it factor is not, you can't buy it, you can't build it. It's just you have to have it. Miss Hustle. I don't even know like what category to give her.
Yeah.
I guess you could say aggressiveness, but Miss Hustle to me, she's like the epitome of like sexy, but I'm still like I'm cussing you out, but at the same time I'm still sexy at the same time.
Yeah.
So I like that about her. And then Tori Doe is like, I'm little, super tiny, but I'm not scared, and I'm gonna bark on you like the little Yorkie that's yapping at your ankle. Those girls, that's like my Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
And I aspire to learn a little bit of something from all of those, and then take their powers and excel and make it better.
Right. Well, I like that you pointed out specific categories of what you feel like they do really well. You know what I mean? And no, it's good. I mean, obviously the Tori Doe influence makes sense. We see you up there, what, like 5'4"? But
I'm 5 foot even.
You got a pistol that you trying to, you know what I mean? So, but everybody knows people like that. You know what I mean? That like, yo, she might be small, man, but she'd do something to you if it really came down to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's dope. As far as, because this recently happened, right? Now this is recent news. Some people hate current event bars, but hey, we gonna do that. Did you see the recent work that Mathis did with Method Man? What were your thoughts on that situation? Kind of what was brought to the table on that. I feel like cinematically it was very well done. But what were your thoughts on that? And would you like to see maybe a lady in that type of situation? One of the legendary women up here. So what did you think though? We'll start there.
Okay.
What?
No, because
what was that? What was that?
That was Q.
Okay, all right,
Q.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. No, I really enjoyed the battle. Like I think my expectations were not as high as some other people's as to what they were expecting.
Sure.
Yes, I was a little bit disappointed that it was like already done. I was hoping that it would be like the lettering made me think it was gonna be at RBE or something. Like I was
Right.
hoping it would be an actual event.
Mm.
But I was content. I understand why they did it short because attention span for today's generation is short.
Right.
So it's like kind of give you what you need, and then go. My only thing is, as a battle rapper, coming from my point of view, it's like it would be so easy if I could just go to the studio and like punch in this bar, punch in this bar. Like I would be so flawless.
Yeah.
That was my only thing. So I felt like if you had that luxury, then y'all could have gave us 3 rounds or like a little bit longer, or I don't know. I don't think they should have did anything different. It is what it is. It is what it is. I kind of had Math winning because this is what I was telling people.
Okay.
I knew Method Man before I knew Math Hoffa because I'm late to battle rap.
Okay.
So, and I never knew that there was this distinction that battle rappers are supposed to be better than industry rappers. I thought we were all MCs. You know, I always thought that. I never knew that until I came to battle rap, that there was this divide.
Interesting.
So I was expecting more from Method Man because this is, in my opinion, the bigger celebrity, the person I've known longer, the person that's really like supposed to be crazy with it. Wu-Tang. My favorite Wu-Tang was ODB. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, shout out to ODB. ODB damn near invented a whole. Ooh baby, I like it raw. Like I could guess, but go ahead though.
Yeah, so I think I expected more from Meth.
Yeah.
And that's why I gave it to Math, because Math, I didn't know what to expect. I haven't seen as many as his battles. I just seen Charlie Clips and Hollow the Don. Honestly, those are the only 2 I seen.
Oh nah, Math got work. Go back to that. The Chilla Jones battle is a classic, and the Diz battle before all the bullshit is a classic too. Verb, I mean, Math got, and then he had the series with Rex and everything, which I think is legendary. Looking back on it, you know what I mean, he's one of the original angle content guys who also would do something to you if it came to it, you know what I mean, and it kind of exuded that. So yeah, no, I get you.
Check it out. I'm one of the few people who really genuinely started out with female battle rap. Like most people started with men and then they just gave the ladies a chance. I started with female battle rap and I gave the guys a chance.
Right. And the irony of spitting these overtly sexually liberated, feminist, taking the power back bars, and most of your audience, your fans are guys. That I think is dope. Hey, let me ask you this too. So because you saw that, I think there's room in there maybe to get some top, legendary lady MCs on there against some of the ladies. Like, who would you want to see step in the ring just on some, let's see what happens. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Remy got experience with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't mind. I mean, I think they cool, but I wouldn't mind seeing like Remy and Hustle go at it. Because if we're going to do like a friendly match where we're punching in at the studio,
right?
Let's just show ourselves off. Show that you still got it.
Right.
Right. Who else I wouldn't mind seeing? I really love Eve. I wouldn't mind her like coming. I think she would do really good in that format.
Mm-hmm. Who you put her up against though?
Who would I put Eve up against? Like a battle rapper, female battle rapper?
Who you put Eve up against?
Maybe Shuni. Why did you drop that baby?
That's fire.
Yeah.
Shuni versus Eve would be fire. That would be fire. Shuni versus Couture would be fire too.
Mm-hmm.
No, Eve versus Couture, like that would be dope too. Like if they did that. Okay. I see the vision. I just wanted them to step in because I feel like it brings a lot of eyes and stuff like that. Oh yeah. One other thing too, because this has got booked current event shit too. We gonna do that. Mook and Briz.
What?
Mook and Briz. 9/19 Summer Madness. Now.
Oh my God, that's the only thing that's been announced. I cannot wait for Summer Madness.
Listen, let me tell you something. Now I'm gonna be in attendance because I have the judging duties and all that, which I
ain't gonna say if I'm gonna be in attendance because they get so high strung. Do not show up, Beasley. Please do not show up this Summer Madness. And I feel like he's talking just to me. Please do not show up. Like, damn, I'm way in the hotel, Beasley. I'm not trying to come to the event, Beasley.
You got a point. Beasley do what he does. These, please, everybody. We're telling everybody to stay home. If you do not have a ticket or you don't know niggas that's gonna be there, stay your black ass home. I do feel like he's talking to me too. I'm like, Beasley.
I swear, I feel like he's there talking to me. So I'm like,
yeah.
I can't wait though.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that's been announced. Is
that I think that is the one. That's the one that's been announced. Briz versus Murder Mook. Which, I mean, you know, you've had your share of, you know, altercations and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
And this is and I said on the show on the podcast, I said, listen, we got to stop kidding ourselves about why we want to see it. We want to see it because these two motherfuckers had an altercation.
Period. Yeah. And so, I mean,
yeah. But what are your thoughts on the battle? Go ahead. Yeah, what's up? What's up? You got something to say?
No, because I gotta walk on eggshells always. No,
I don't think so. Go ahead.
You know, I did have an altercation, and we get offered to book this battle so much because of the drama surrounding it, and I think that's the main reason that the person who would be my opponent doesn't want to take it because she feels like it's just gimmicky and y'all only want to see it because of the fight or whatever. But so what? Like, let's just go and rap.
The thing is, if I can interject, I get where she's coming from. I get both sides of the argument. My case for it, and I'm gonna say it, I can say her name. You don't have to. But Jay, my case for it is that you ladies are both so much better as MCs now than at the time of that altercation. It's a dope ass battle. It's just a dope battle now. Like, besides all the bullshit, Yoshi is clearly better, and Jay done stepped her shit up very well in my opinion.
Yeah, I just saw her last battle. She did really, really good.
She's nice. Like, she's coming into her own with her craft. Make some money. Y'all over it. Y'all grown. Go make some money. That's what
I feel like it'll be fire. Like, I feel like it'll be fire, man.
They squash their beef, as gentlemen squash their beef, whether or not they want to run a fade or, you know, meet up and do whatever they got to do. Then they go make some money.
Right.
Go make some money. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Consider
that's what Mook and Briz is doing, and I'm excited for it. Like, I was so excited when I seen it, and I haven't been excited for a matchup in a while because we've been getting either random matchups with the tournament or the wild cards who just happen to have lost, or just, you know, rookies and vets. Like, we haven't got anything that with a storyline that we're excited. Like, ooh,
right.
I'm geeked about this.
Listen, I can't wait. I think it's gonna be dope. I think Mook in a closed room setting, getting to just get off that content and go walk us through everything. I mean, I said it, and I'm like, this is the guy who invented, like, everybody want to know, so here's how the story goes. This is the guy who invented that, run back, the full breakdown of everything that happened, and then up against Briz, who clearly is trying to get back after something like that, right? After a setback like that. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I didn't think Briz was going to come back. So, like, I was shocked.
You didn't think Briz was going to come back? You thought it was going to be over for him?
I thought he was done without a rap, especially, like, it was taking so long. He just lost his friend.
Rest in peace.
So I'm like, he ain't gonna come back no time soon. And he's getting what DNA feel like he deserves, which is all that we want to see Briz. We want to see Briz. We want to see Briz. No offense, DNA.
But then my thing was, hey, Briz sat out and kind of stayed quiet. Now, he was doing some, like, drop-ins here and there, but he really stayed quiet. But nobody else made a case for why they should have the battle over him. In the meantime, that's not his fault. You got to market that. You get this culture, like, we want to see certain stuff, but all it take is one or two blogs and we hooked. Snake Eyes drop a face off. We got to see that battle. You know what I mean? Like, these guys, they promo. We got to see it. Surf goes in his promo run. He makes you believe that he's about to give you the best show ever. Every time. So, I think that matters. Anyway, enough of that. Yoshi, I appreciate you, and I appreciate your time and things like that. I want to know, though, from you. Hey, how's it going? I want to know from you, though, you know, before we go, any announcements to the fans, you know, things to look out for, the music and everything. Definitely shine light on that. And then we can get your social medias and be able to get back to being a parent.
Okay. Basically, I'm really putting a lot of energy into this tournament, whether it comes to fruition next month, in the winter, whenever, I'm gonna be fully prepared for it.
Mm-hmm.
Once I feel comfortable in that, I'm gonna work on this EP. I have I don't want to say who, but I got a label that wants a knock on wood,
Oh.
knock on, that wants me to give them a 4-track EP.
Wait,
And so
what?
yeah, so I've been postponing that, but I'm gonna work on that as well.
Okay.
Try to get that done by the end of the year, they asked. And
Mm-hmm.
visuals is really, I'm about to be 30. I know I look young, but I'm old chicken head. And and like the times have changed, so everything is all about visuals, and you
Right.
gotta have the look and the image and all of that. So I'm trying to work on that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
everybody, you can follow me _Yoshi G. Um, Johnny, yes, Papa. And
Aw.
that's basically it. I don't got no OnlyFans or nothing like that.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
just a
you know what?
regular, degular, schmegula girl who
Yeah.
likes to
Yeah.
rap, battle rap.
Good.
So,
Well, I mean, listen, that you have a bright future in this. I think that the way that you've approached this stuff, you're actually thinking about the stuff you're doing and not just doing things. I think that's important. Obviously, the visuals help. Interviews, I think, help. Getting your personality out there, I think, helps out a lot too. And just keep grinding, keep building, keep working on your craft. I mean, I think anybody who's been watching you battle has seen the improvement and seen you get better and take this thing seriously to a point now where, we're going to want to see you in some of them big spots when it's time to do that. You know what I'm saying? So we reward hard work at the end of the day. I know sometimes we full of shit as a group, but, we reward the hard work. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
yes, and they made me work a lot harder than some others, but I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't. Rapping for me, like when you love what you do, it's not like a job. Like you love doing media, so
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's tedious, but it's not draining like a job. You know what I mean?
Right.
I
Right.
love writing. I love rapping, and I'm falling in love with battling. The adrenaline that you get and that nostalgic feeling afterwards, and so, I plan to be here for a while, and I hope everybody can at least learn that I have an acquired personality. It's gonna take time, but I will grow on you.
Right, right. Okay, okay. Very, very good. I wanna leave it there because that was very well put. But all the best, and much success to you, especially at this time. And shout out to the little one. All right.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Black Compass Media, Tone Bro, signing out, man. Make sure y'all follow Yoshi on everything that she's on, her social media as well. Get the Twitter feed. You get all of the opinions, all the unfiltered, unadulterated opinions and all that. So make sure you do that as well. And subscribe to us at The Black Compass, DA Black Compass. And hit the Patreon too. We got extra content up there, extended clips and things like that. Everybody that's on the Patreon is going to get this interview very, a little quicker and stuff like that. People that follow through the SoundCloud and the YouTube and the iTunes and iHeartRadio and everywhere else we put our stuff, you'll get that soon too. So I just want to say a special shout out to that. And again, rest in peace to Jake. Well, not rest in peace, but prayers up to Jacob Blake and, all the people out in Kenosha exercising their First Amendment rights. Tone Bro, Black Compass. We out of here. Peace. All right. Very good. Very good.
All right. Thank you for having me.
You so much. I appreciate it. That went very well. Yeah. You gotta continue to do these. I mean, you got presence, you know what I mean? Like you actually can talk. You can talk about yourself, you can talk about things, you can put some words together. Oh man, I did not ask you what you went to college for. I got 2 masters, so I always go off on the college you know what I mean? So
yeah, I was gonna be a school teacher. I had a history degree. I was gonna be a school teacher, and I changed my mind. If I would have known, I would have did journalism because that's where my heart is. But I didn't know at 18 what I wanted to do.
I feel you. I think I started out English, microbiology. I left with biomedical engineering, and then I did electrical engineering masters, and then another master's in business. So
nice.
Enough school for a nigga, right? So
right, yeah. Professional student.
They ain't never getting all that loan money back. They got me fucked up. Anyway, Yoshi.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Thank you.